Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It's such a joy and privilege to have with us Deacon Mathew Jacob Pallivathukal, a deacon who's studying for the priesthood to be ordained for the Jesus Youth Movement and will be incardinated into the Syro-Malabar Diocese of Chicago. And we thought it would be a beautiful moment for us to witness and hear his story of his journey to the priesthood. So thanks, Matthew, for being with us.
Thank you, Deacon Anthony.
Yeah, thank you. Matthew, it's been such a joy to get to know you over these years. Your friendship has been a blessing in my life, and I know so many other people's lives.
Likewise.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we just wanted to get to know your story a little bit. And for everyone who's been joining for the ordination, and so many people are coming and so many people are praying for you. So just thought it would be great to get to know your story a little bit. So can you share with us a little bit about your journey and your upbringing in your early childhood as well, and your family too?
Sure. I grew up in India in a family of 3 children. I have an older sister who's married and have 5 children now, and younger sister, our baby sister Rachel, 13 years younger to me, and my dad and my mom. Acha passed away 11 years ago with cancer, and so we grew up there. And growing up, I always was asked, in CCD class and school where I studied everywhere, like, you're going to be a priest? And like, whenever people ask, I would say like, yes, like as a child. And then I hit teenage and I'm like, no, just kidding. My family used to say, we have, offered you up to the church to be a priest. But then I used to say, no, I done the same to my, I've offered to have my children become a priest. So, that was my cop-out excuse. So, but over the years, my dad had like a major conversion in his life, and that really set our life and our family into really became a cornerstone of foundation and faith for us. And his faith and his journey and his conversion was like very drastic, like a 180-degree change. I wish I had that kind of a faith. Became like a foundation for our family to have that faith and live out our vocation. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. And when do you think, I know you were involved in the movement from a very young age with Jesus Youth. So can you tell us like when faith and your relationship with Christ started growing?
Yeah. I first came across Jesus Youth through the Rex Band cassettes that they used to, my dad got it from the Divine Retreat Center and he brought it to our home, and then I used to jam with that like when I was in 7th grade or 8th grade. And then eventually when I got to school, I heard that one of the artists in the band, like Anthony sir, was teaching music in our school. So, and I was like, okay. And then he had this prayer group in school, in Rajagiri school where I studied. So I was like, wow, it's a cool guy. So let me go.
And he played for your diaconate ordination?
He played for my diaconate ordination, which was such a blessing and like a full circle. And so, I started going for the prayer meetings there. That's how I first came across Jesus Youth. Yeah.
And what attracted you to the movement initially, in your initial years?
What really attracted me was like me going into this first time to this prayer group, or like eventually to like a Jesus Youth conference that I first went to. It was called Joy Conference. To see the joy and like of the people who are like me, who are similar to me and my peers, experiencing the joy of Christ and living like a beautiful life. Nothing weird, but ordinary, beautiful lives. But at the same time, also seeing a lot of people who are living such a challenging life. Challenging in the way of like, they're living for Christ, and it is so contagiously attractive to see them live that witnessing life. And that was just so beautiful to witness, and I was like, man, I want to live like that. Yeah.
Well, and I think for many of us in the movement, that joyful contradiction, youth to youth peers, reaching out youth to youth, has been such a blessing in our lives as well. And so over the years, then your relationship with Christ starts to grow, and when when did you start even thinking about priesthood?
Priesthood was much later. I always thought that I'd never want to be a priest. I came more into like serious faith, I think, when I was in college. From Rajagiri school, I went to Rajagiri College to do my engineering. And during that time, there was like a very active Jesus Youth group there, campus group there, and I was very involved with that. And I think that's where I had some serious transformations and truly started to live out like a life of discipleship. I think that's where I also had to decide to follow Christ in a certain way. Like I have to make choices between like, do I go this way or this way? Because in so many ways, I was already living like a double life of like, I'm going to church, doing all these nice things, but then, I have all of these other things in my life. Not that it was like a perfect conversion or anything, but I was like, okay, I need to live a life of integrity, start to live this life of discipleship, and so the community and the friendships and the witness of others, all of that truly helped. Like we had like beautiful cell groups and friendships where we could share so freely and openly, like share everything from heart and still be loved and accepted. And that was like a great place of like growing together, still falling, still challenged, still having struggles, but yet moving forward with the Lord. And there's this joy of friendship and this life that we are all choosing to live together. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I know that Rajagiri prayer group has had such an impact in your life, and I know so many people from that prayer group have discerned for the priesthood, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's really a blessing to see that. Like we have had 5 priestly vocations, 2 still in seminary, including me, but 3 already priests and 1 religious nun, all from this small prayer group in one college.
Yeah, the power of coming together and praying. Yeah, so beautiful. So Matthew, then you come to the United States for work.
Early 2015.
Early 2015 for work as an engineer.
Yeah.
And at what point then do you start discerning seriously, and how does that look like?
Yeah, I came to Albany, New York. That's where I first came, specifically Schenectady. Nobody knows that place. But I came in the peak winter of 2015. They said it's like the most coldest winter they've had in like 25 years. And I'm coming in the midst of that. And I also felt like, oh my gosh, where did I come? I'm coming to a place where all my friends are back home, all my connections and relationships are all back home. But while I was there in a little bit of that solitude, that's when I think the Lord decided to reveal to me my vocation. So
the only time you were away from people, the Lord spoke to you.
Very rare. Yeah. And 2016 is when I think I did a Marian consecration, 33 days Marian consecration to Mary, and that right after that, on Good Shepherd Sunday, 10 years ago actually, last week was Good Shepherd Sunday, so 10 years ago, on that Good Shepherd Sunday, which is also the Universal Prayer Day for Vocations, I was just at what I thought a regular Mass, and during this Mass I had this deep sense that the Lord is asking me, can you be a priest? And I wish I said like Mary, here I am, the handmaid of the Lord and all that, but I said, no way, Jesus. We talked about this. I want to get married to a beautiful woman and have a large family. I want to be a missionary family. We made this deal, everything, but don't mess it up. So I was really, all of that to say, it was really a surprise for me. Like it's like the Lord is calling me to priesthood. Like that was like really a surprise. But then that opened up something in my heart, like a small wedge, and then. But in an interesting way, I knew that exact moment that this is my vocation and this is my calling, although I was super surprised. But then, eventually I started to think about it, the Lord also was generous and merciful to give me some signs and confirm in so many different ways. I started to think and pray, and then eventually discerned that this is where the Lord is calling me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really beautiful to hear that, hearing the call on Good Shepherd Sunday, and now yourself preparing to be a shepherd. But I was also thinking, that you did the 33 days to Merciful Love or
Morning Glory,
Morning
Marian
Glory.
consecration.
Now the whole movement together here in the U.S. is doing 33 days to Greater Glory in preparation for the priesthood. So it's just beautiful to see how it's all just come together. And as you were discerning the priesthood, was there? I mean, you obviously shared you wanted to marry, you wanted to have children, but was there any moments or experience of hesitation or fears that you had, and how you kind of went, wrestled with that a little bit?
Yeah, I think a couple of things coming to mind. One, obviously my family situation, and my dad passed away, and taking care of my family and all of those, and also like I said, the desire to have get married and have a family and children and all of that. To both of those, the Lord was so generous and merciful and sharing His love for me and filling my heart with ways of assurance and love. And I remember praying in front of the Blessed Sacrament many days, and then one thing that kept coming to me was Matthew, I've always taken care of you. What makes you think that I will not take care of you when I'm calling you to priesthood? And truly that's been my experience, thinking about my family and especially who would take care of my mom and my sisters and family. The Lord has been so good and generous in taking care of that already. And even they see that, everyone around me see that. That's been a true confirmation of His voice that I heard at that time. And also the desires to have a family, to have children. I'm already seeing glimpses of that with the much wider family and spiritual children that the Lord desires to have. Looking at the stars like Abraham and all the promises that the Lord is giving me.
Yeah.
And the desires that I had, the Lord never ignored it, abandoned it. He always fulfills it, but in a way that we can never imagine or desire for. He multiplies it and He fulfills it in much deeper way.
Yeah, and I've seen here in the movement, and also in so many relationships in your parish ministry as well, how you've been a spiritual father and involved in the lives of people, and it's been such a blessing to witness that. And I think that's just a glimpse of what you are going to experience.
Even for me, it's always mutual. When the Lord gives me that much generosity, and through other people I've received so much love that has really transformed my heart. And once we receive that love, that has always confirmed my vocation and desire to give it back to the Lord. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in priesthood?
Yeah, I'm drawn to one of the memories when Sunil Charan, who's been walking with us all these years in JY Priesthood, asked me first, why do you want to be a priest, right? And one of the first memories, he remembered that and brought it up to me recently. One of the first things I responded was the sacrament of reconciliation and the Mass. And recently it's been coming up in prayer again of the privilege and joy, what that is. When I think about it, I'm in awe and trembling when I think about it. Just the fact that I get to be in such a privileged place, in persona Christi, and forgive somebody's sin and give that mercy of the Lord generously, and bring the desires and the prayers of the people to the Lord, and be at the altar and to share the body and blood of Christ to others, Jesus Christ to others. It's such a great privilege and a blessing than I can ever imagine. What more can I ask for? And also thinking about my vocation journey when I was first discerning for priesthood, one of the things that kept coming to me was the way I have received so much through Jesus Youth Movement and otherwise of different people accompanying me and blessing me and loving me into the life that I'm called to now. That journey of discipleship that I was led to. And I really have a desire to be present for many young people like that in the ways that the Lord would allow in His providence, to be present to them, to see them bloom and to see them transform into this amazing butterflies that will glorify the Lord and help the world in so many different ways. So
Beautiful. Yeah, and I think the whole movement, the whole church is looking forward to your priesthood and for them to receive mercy. We've seen in the movement how many young people's lives you've been involved in and how much you brought God's mercy and love to them. So thank you, Deacon Matthew, for your vocation, for your yes, and I hope this is just the beginning of so many amazing things that will come into your lives, into your life. And so we hope to see everyone on May 23rd in Dallas, followed by a Pentecost Mass on Sunday as well, where Deacon Matthew will celebrate his first Mass. Thank you, Deacon Matthew. Prayers and blessings for all that you do.
thank you and welcome everyone. And it's a beautiful occasion for all of us to receive the graces together. It's not just for me, it's for all of us. And let's receive it from the Lord and all that He has in store for us.